A lot of people tell me that I'm way too negative on this channel and that everything is doomsday scenario for the New York Jets. Well, that's going to stop today. I'll do a positive video of why the New York Jets still have hope in 2019. What's going on? I'm Matt O'Leary back with another video. And before we get started, I just wanted to mention that you can follow me on social media at Matt O'Leary NY on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please make sure to do that for more New York Jets content. So now that we got that out of the way, let's jump into today's topic, which is why the 2019 New York Jets still have hope, even though they're sitting at 1-4 today. Now, I know what you're thinking. How could that possibly be? Well, two reasons: Sam Darnold and Adam Gase. And I know what you're thinking, Matt, don't you not like Adam Gase as a head coach? This is true, but what I want to do is look at Adam Gase's past and relay that to what the potential could be with the New York Jets. In 2016, he was the head coach of the Miami Dolphins. He was a first-year head coach, and in that season, his team started out 1-4. What they did next was they had an upset win over the Pittsburgh Steelers. Sound familiar? An upset win. And then they went on a run, and they ended up finishing their season 10-6 and sneaking into the playoffs. What sparked their season was an upset win and then a phenomenal run beating up against teams that were really bad in 2016. The New York Jets are coming off an upset win against the Dallas Cowboys, and after this New England game, well, their schedule gets pretty favorable. Yes, the New York Jets have an extremely tough game against the New England Patriots on Monday night, but I'll rip through two scenarios, one with the Jets losing on Monday night, the other with the Jets winning. But what I want to do first is take a look at the Jets' remaining schedule after this New England game. So you have Jacksonville, who's 2-4, followed by the Dolphins, who are 0-5, the Giants, who are 2-4, the Redskins at 1-5, Raiders at 3-2, Bengals 0-6, Dolphins again, who are 0-5, Ravens at 4-2, Steelers at 2-4, and then the Bills at 4-1. So over that span, there is just three teams with a winning record. I edited this up, and obviously I'm recording this before the 1 o'clock kickoff today. It might go up a little bit later, but I'm recording this right before kickoff of the entire Sunday of the Week 7 slate. Excluding the Patriots this week, after going from Week 8 to the end of the season, the New York Jets' opponents have a combined record of 18-38. That is a .321 win percentage. So if the Jets drop to 1-5 after a tough-fought loss to the New England Patriots, they could then still be alive at 1-5. And how could that be? Well, let's say the Jets go on a nice kind of run. Let's say they beat the Jaguars at 2-4, which isn't that crazy, the Dolphins at 0-5, the Giants, and the Redskins. That's 4 wins in a row. That gets you to 500 right there. The Raiders are over 500, and let's say that the Raiders win that game, which, again, that's probably a coin flip. Would it surprise me if the Jets won that game? Not at all. Would it surprise me if the Raiders won that game? Not at all either. So let's say they lose that one. That puts you at 5-6. After that, you have the Miami Dolphins and the Cincinnati Bengals. They're combined 0-11 right now. 2 wins. That gets you up to 7-6. The Jets close the season with the Ravens, the Steelers, and the Bills. I think the Jets split with the Bills this year. They probably should have won in Week 1. If everyone was healthy, I think they win that game. So they win that one, and let's say they also beat the Steelers with Mason Rudolph, and they lose to the Ravens. 9-7. The New York Jets somehow flip 1-5 to 9-7 under that scenario. Granted, could there be games that I mentioned that they lose? Absolutely, but I'm trying to look at like a best case scenario from 1-5 to 9-7. Realistically, not all that crazy with the teams that they're playing. Okay, well, what about if the Jets win on Monday night? Well, now they're 2-4, and my scenario looks even better. Let's say the same thing happens again. You're 2-4, you rattle off 4 wins in a row. That puts you to 6-4. Then you drop a loss to the Raiders, 6-5. A couple more wins, 8-5. And then through the remaining 3 games on your schedule, you go 2-1. That puts you at 10-6 on the season. From 2-4, realistically 0-4 to 10-6 would be insane. Do I think the likelihood of that happening is high? Probably not. But what I wanted to mention was the Jets haven't had their full team healthy yet. They, for the first time, are having Sam Darnold and CJ Mosley healthy and on the field for the first time in Week 7. Granted, it's against the Patriots and it's a really tough matchup, but I think they will play this team tough. So if they somehow pull off an upset, playoffs are really still alive at that point because their schedule is so favorable. They played the tough part of their schedule early on in the season. They don't have to play the Patriots again. They already played the Eagles. They already played the Cowboys. The toughest teams that they're going to play is the Ravens and the Bills again. Look, if I'm a betting man, I'm not going to bet on the New York Jets to make the playoffs, but I just wanted to point out how favorable their second half schedule is and that you shouldn't give up on the season just yet. Monday night is a huge game. If they could somehow get to 2-4, and with that schedule at the back half, they should, at minimum, it's a disappointment if they go 8-8 or worse. That's just my thoughts. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Am I too optimistic? Is this weird that I'm doing an optimistic video? I don't know. You tell me in the comments or get at me on social media at Matt O'Leary NY. Thank you so much for tuning in today, and I'll talk to you guys next time.